What's happening, family?
What's going on?
Welcome back to another episode of This Is Gonna Cause an Argument.
Is this going to cause it? We say it together.
It's confusing, okay?
We're not starting over. This is all a part of the edit.
It's part of it. What's happening, family?
What's good?
Welcome back. How did we start it? It's been a while since we've done this.
I usually go.
You started then.
No, you're going to do it. And you go, and welcome back to another episode of, and then we say it together.
You're right.
Come on, babe. You got it.
What's happening, family?
What's good?
What's good? I'm used to going second.
But I know, but you're leading now.
What's up, family?
What's good?
Welcome back to another episode of
Is This Gonna Cause an Argument?
I'm one of your temporary hosts, Marcus Tanksley, a.k.a. Tank, and my other lovely host is...
Angel Lakita Moore. Tanksley, also known as That Chick Angel. That Chick Angel. Let me tell you about this podcast, because this is the part that you usually do.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do that too. Yeah.
This podcast.
I said over, by the way. I caught it.
I know. You said Hearst too.
Hearst, yeah.
This podcast is a weekly podcast that me and my husband do every Wednesday, where we talk about all the things that are life, whether it be good things, bad things, or anything in between. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have a good time and laugh with you. If this is your first time watching, what's good? If this is your first time listening, hey, you can rate and review us wherever you're listening to us at. It makes us more discoverable. You can also join the team of people that are watching us make mistakes. They also sat and had a conversation with us 20 minutes before we even pressed record. That's our Patreon. We call them our immediate family. Mm-hmm. You can join our Patreon for the low of $5. Where you get to watch these episodes live, as well as do community events with us. Where can they go to find the Patreon, baby?
Y'all can go to patreon.com/thatchickangel.
Hey,
you can go on, be a part of that immediate family for the low of $5 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Come on through. Y'all can see, like she said, y'all can see all this foolishness that we doing. Be a part of the immediate family.
What's the other piece you want to tell them?
And what?
We want to thank our sponsors of today.
We want to thank our sponsors today. Go on, let them know who the sponsors are.
Our sponsors are Haya.
Yeah.
Here you go. EveryPlate.
Plates.
And Best Fiends.
And, Plates himself is sponsoring this episode.
We're going to tell you more about them later on in the episode, but when you support our sponsors, what happens, baby?
You support us. You help all this happen. You help us pay for these chairs and this little table and this thing my phone sitting on. Mics when they mess up.
Mm-hmm.
You paying Victory back her sneaker and stuff, thinking she's cute. The producer that helps us produce all this.
Yeah.
Maybe y'all be able to help us enough to where we can make them turn the AC on days that it's not normally running. We can schedule some air because that's expensive too.
Oh my God, today. Because this time will be a glowworm.
That ain't helping my situation. Me being so hot and trying to fly into this, I feel like blind.
It's all good. You're doing great.
But hey, anyway, fam. So we're gonna start this episode off with a segment we call Hot Tanksley Take. Hot Tanksley Take. We give a random topic and we give our opinion on that particular topic or industry or whatever it may be.
It's more of Marcus usually complains about a topic that I give him. But let's switch it up. Let's see how well I am like you.
Oh, and just give your opinion on a random topic?
I'm going to give a Tank opinion on a topic.
Beyonce's new album. Give my opinion on it.
That's Marcus's opinion on Beyonce's new album.
Don't have these heifers coming for me, all these high heifers.
Let me tell you. Oh, of course, there's some songs on there that have a great groove to them. This is Marcus's opinion, not mine. They have a great groove to them. But when she gets into all that opera-like stuff, that don't nobody want to hear all that crap. Don't nobody, just give me a nice song, just a couple of words, 3 words, like, I like it. Just do it. I don't need a bunch of words thrown up in there that ain't nobody gonna remember talking about some stuff. You won't break my soul. She was fine right there. Then she would have added other words. Doms in the back, queens in the front. What do we even talk about anymore? What happened to just a nice song? See, you know what? Like the people I like to listen to, Like a good D'Angelo, he just has you cruising, grooving. You could do things. You ain't got to focus on what's happening next. You ain't got to focus on the choreography. No, you just sit back, have you a nice glass of cognac, bourbon, whatever you drink, whatever you like. That's a word, whatever you like. That's a word right there. That's a word. Smoke you a little cigar. Well, Beyonce, you got to sit there and sweat your hair out. You got to think all hard because you don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never said
then
that.
sometimes she rapping, sometimes it's just too much. But you know what? I can't say nothing because it's Beyonce, it's Beyonce, Queen B, King B. Anything Beyonce do, Beyonce could have literally farted on the track, and y'all would have been like, "Oh my God, it's the best fart on the track ever! Oh my God, it was so good, it smelled so amazing." Man, get that bull out of here. I just want.
Like I ain't like Beyonce.
Do you know what I mean? No, Beyonce's cool. She's cool. She can sing. You know what I'm saying?
She's better than cool, Marcus. She's hot. She's everything.
No, this ain't what we're doing.
Zero.
This is Hot Tanksley Take a Take.
No,
don't come
cool.
over here acting like me. I'm
Why
actually
you acting like me? It's supposed to be hot.
No.
Okay, but you all right.
You
all right.
hosted a Hot Tanksley Taken. Okay? Mm-hmm. But I will say I heard that one Virgo's Groove before she starts doing all her Beyonce stuff. It's real nice. Yeah, she probably got one or two songs that I could do maybe a minute of, but once you hit 2 minutes, just turn it off. That's my Hot Tanksley take on Renaissance.
Oh, is that what the album's called?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Feels like the Patreon agreed with my rendition of
that. These punk ass Patreon.
I mean, the health is good, but
Hey, when he's speaking his truth, he knows what he's talking. When he knows what he's talking about, when the man is right, he's right.
Now, Angels.
No, you can't do that.
No, I do want to tell my opinion on the album real quick.
Then let me tell my opinion. You can't give my opinion. No, you tell yours.
Was my opinion wrong?
That what I think about her album? Yeah.
Oh, what is your honest opinion?
If an album was an outfit, Beyonce's album, she started off with 3 outfits: a black top and bottom, a white top and bottom, and a blue top and bottom. That's the first 3 songs. The next 3 songs, she took the black top and mixed it with the blue top. It's the same thing over and over outside of 1 or 2 songs. When you was listening to it, I was like, this sounds like the same song over and over.
Oh, my God.
Outside of, there are a few that where she grabbed a scarf. I was like, oh, where'd the scarf come from?
I definitely think
I didn't hear the whole album, though.
Okay, because I was like, you a lie.
But what you were listening to when you was getting ready, those however many songs it was.
That you came in there, that you were in there for.
Yeah, I was like, is this another track or is this all the same track?
No, I completely don't agree with you at all. I almost feel like they could be on different albums. There's like 3 songs that'll match each other, but you got house on one, R&B on another.
Now, I love when she does something different. When Beyonce does something different, I feel like that's when she's like Diva. She ain't never done nothing like Diva. That's one of my favorite Beyonce songs.
I know.
When she does something different, so you talking about her rapping, she needs to stop. But when she does something different, she needs to stop because it ain't even rapping. When she does something different, I love it. But like when she just in the opera, Beyonce,
I feel like I just said all these things. I don't know why we needed to hear it in your voice.
I love when she does something completely different, but nothing sounds different. At least that I've heard, nothing sounded different. But go ahead, give your opinion on
my for real opinion of the album is, I like where Beyonce is artistically. Sonically, not everything she did is like, I want more of it. There, almost in every song, there is a chunk of it that I am in love with. But the songs carry so many genres and sometimes so many different sounds within it. It's not that the whole song I want. It's like, give me this 1 minute on a loop and I'll take it. My 3 favorite songs in the order in which they come in is goes from Church Girl into Plastic Off the Sofa into Virgo Season. I also love Cuff It. I do like Break My Soul has broken my soul and wore me out. So I actually enjoy it now. At first it was kind of like, overall I like the album. Every song, there is a piece of it that I really, really, really love. And of course, Church Girl is my anthem. She wrote it for me specifically. If you listen really hard, she goes, Angel Lakita Moore Tanksley, Angel the actress, this is for you. That chick Angel, this is for you. Okay.
Yeah, now she's an icon though. Beyonce don't need no new fans. She's done things that most people will never do. Yeah. So I give her that credit there. Don't think I'm trashing Beyonce, but
I said what he said.
Yeah.
Instead of I said what I said.
You said what I said.
I said what he said.
She doing her thing, but her thing ain't.
Oh yeah, I like thick and energy. Yeah, I like them.
It's all the same. Anyway, that's hot Tanksley take. I ain't think we was done with it yet.
What's next?
Huh?
What's the next segment?
Oh, I'm sorry. We do have another in this. So we got a TikTok o'clock we about to do, family. Angel, girl, what time is it?
TikTok o'clock. All right. Tell them what TikTok o'clock is.
TikTok o'clock is when we play a snippet of something that is it popular in TikTok, or is it something that it's into us?
It's just something that we're going to give our opinion on. That is from TikTok.
Give our opinion on this particular
and our own advice.
And our own advice on it.
So I'm going to tell you what it says on the screen because that's important to the sound before it comes in. What it says on the screen is, when I compliment somebody's child and they say, you can have them. Okay.
Don't say that. And here's why. In the book Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome, written by Joy DeGruy, she explains this tendency that Black folks tend to have to be dismissive of compliments of their kids or even to tear them down after someone compliments them. She explains that this is a residual effect of slavery that has been passed down. When we were enslaved, someone complimenting a child would elicit fear in the heart of a mother. If a slave master complimented a female child, that might mean he had sexual interest in her, regardless of her age. If he complimented a male child, it might mean that he sees him as valuable and might be contemplating selling him. If you decided to just be gracious and accept the compliment, they might perceive that response as being uppity and thinking too much of yourself or your children. So replying with a teardown of your child to make them seem less appealing, less valuable, was the most logical and safest response. Many of us repeat this cycle of automatic teardowns or deflections of compliments on our own children because we grew up hearing it and it's just normal. Someone offers a basic compliment of your child and your response is, "Girl, you want him?" "No, child, he's a mess." He's just acting like that in front of you. Wait till he gets home." It's almost impossible to recognize all of the ways that parenting in survival mode, due to the violence we experienced from enslavement on, impact our parenting today. But it is within our power to end these cycles. Awareness creates the possibility for choice. So when someone compliments your child, resist the urge to contradict them. Agree with them. Elaborate. Tell them what else they're doing or other ways that they're amazing. This is important because what we overhear someone say about us when they think we're not listening is what we tend to believe their real feelings are about us, and rings more true than what they say directly to us. So do your best to make sure that your child is overhearing how dope you think they are.
All right. So before we give our take on it, let me give you our take on Haya. Haya is a children's vitamin that has rocked my kids' world. Now, when we think of kids' vitamins, a lot of times we think of the fact that they're like candy, right? They are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy junk that really kids should not be eating and putting in themselves. Well, Haya was created because of all that mess that we were having to deal with. The pediatrician approved super-powered chewable vitamin. While, like I said, most children's vitamins have about 5 grams of sugar and can contribute to a bunch of different health issues, Haya has 0 sugar, 0 gummy junk, and it tastes great, and it's perfect for picky eaters. Vitamins in general are to help typically fill in gaps in nutrition, gaps in your diet. So Haya does that by filling in the most common gaps in modern children's diets. And they provide full body nourishment, and it gives them that yummy taste that most kids would love. I know my kids do. It's formulated with the help of nutritional experts, and it's pressed with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies, then supercharged with 15 essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, B12, C, zinc, folate, and many others to help support immunity, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, teeth, bones, and more. It's non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gluten-free, nut-free, and everything else that you can imagine. My kids' favorite thing to do is to design their bottles. Once we got the Haya in, they come in these beautiful, I do believe the The bottles are glass and they're yellow. I apologize if I'm wrong. I'm trying to remember because the reason why I'm having a hard time remembering because they are decorated with all these pretty stickers. They were able to put their name on there with the stickers because they have letter stickers as well as different things like flowers and like balls and things that kids would love to decorate their bottles with. What's also great is that you can get refills directly to your door. So I was able to, after the first month, I was able to pour the refills right into their bottle that they already decorated so that we can continue to support their lives with Haya. So we've worked out a special deal with Haya for the best-selling children's vitamin. Receive 50% off your first order. To claim your deal, you must go to hayahealth.com/argue. This deal is not available on their regular website, so go to HIYAHEALTH.com/argue and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults. Okay, baby.
Okay. With that whole thing, one, I kind of see where the author of the book that she's talking about coming from, but at the other side, for the most part, I'm like, come on, nah. If I didn't hear white people saying it all the time, then I may agree with her. That's just something. A lot of times when parents are out and somebody gives a kid a compliment, especially you can tell that the other person's a parent. They're just looking for someone that can relate. Mm-hmm. Yes, you might see that child in a great environment, but you don't know the 4 hours of hell that they just went through to finally get that child to act like they got some goddamn sense. Mm-hmm. And that's just a way of like, it ain't like, oh, I actually think my child is horrible. But when people say stuff like that, it's just like, oh, you can have them. We can always trace something back to some type of traumatization that Black people went through in anything that we do. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I don't feel like you can go through life living like that and thinking you ruining your child. Look, if the child know they've been acting a fool, all that you've been doing, if they hear you tell them, no, you can take them. Go on, take them. That ain't like, well, pulling this trauma out. It's like, no, you need to act like you got some goddamn sense. I ain't said, like, people compliment me and Angel and our family all the time. It would almost be weird if we went out to eat and someone didn't come up and tell us how well behaved our kids are.
Literally every time we go out to eat, somebody compliments how well behaved our children are. Yeah,
literally. It's like, oh, and we always say thank you. We don't, oh no, Lord. We always say, oh, thank you, because we know they're well behaved. And like Amara might be fidgety, the twins might be doing their thing, but for the most part, everybody's sitting down, talking at a reasonable decibel. And, not acting like running around and screaming and throwing stuff. Like, we do see a lot of families going through that. And then our kids is looking over like, what's wrong with them? I'm like, don't y'all look like that? But, again, I feel like people are looking for somebody that they could relate to when they say stuff like that. It ain't like actually trying to tear their children down. And some people say, well, if the child hears it. I'm like, maybe the child needs to hear it. Like, simple as that. It's like, I can relate to a parent if Amar's been acting a fool all day and I've been trying to get him to act right, and if somebody comes up once he finally gets sleepy and tired enough to be quiet, like, oh, he's so well behaved. Yeah, for the most part, but he been on my nerves today. You want to take him? Like, that ain't no actual, let me go on, put him up. There ain't no child think that they're about to get sold by their parent. Like,
I would hope not.
But anyway, that's my take. I think it's a little too deep. It's not that deep. This is just things that people do to get by, just normal conversation. I can get, even if it did come from that, from generations ago. I don't think that any modern child is going to be affected by unless if they are, then there's probably more issues than that within the family.
I would say that just in general, we, at least in American society, typically aren't good at taking compliments. It's not something that we've been trained to do. Like, especially with women, we typically deflect a compliment before we are just like, absolutely, yes.
It sounds weird when you do.
I mean, that's something that I try my best to do. I try actually not to say thank you. People might think that's just terrible. I try to agree, especially if it's something that I also think. I try to be like, I know, right? But it takes an actual conscious effort for me to just fully take in, especially if I agree with it, a compliment, because I think we've just been trained to be humble in that sense. So I would say, for me, if I've ever deflected about my children's behavior, it's more so what you're talking about of like, no, I fully recall the moment that just happened before you saw these children, and I am done with them in this moment. So go ahead and take them.
Agitated.
Or two, it's just me not fully grasping how to just accept the compliment depending on what it is. But the one thing that I will fully agree in the author of the book and the advice that this TikToker gave probably does have some validity in households that probably have a lot more toxic behavior within the parenting style, because it's not like I haven't heard like a black parent, since she's speaking of it from like the effects of slavery, tear down their child as if they were the scum of the earth. I've heard those type of like foul words being thrown at a child. That is not, even when I'm at my maddest and my kids have gotten on my nerves and I feel like they could do better, I am not in the habit of tearing down my kids in a way that they feel to make them feel bad about themselves. Right. They might feel like, okay, I missed the mark and I need to do better. But them as a person, that's not something that I care to ever participate in. So in that sense, that might be where that toxic behavior has traced its way from. I don't feel like that is something I necessarily would connect what I'm doing it from. I think it's more so from a female point of view, not of struggling to accept compliments when they come in. But the other part that I would say I would agree with, that's what I was trying to get to, is that I do want my kids overhearing me brag about the things they do well. And I do think they hear that often, especially with social media. They hear all the things I say about them. They hear little Marcus especially hears a lot. The twins, I brag about them a lot, especially in how hard they are working to like get academically prepared for their grades. Amar, now listen, he is what he is, and he has heard the truth about himself many a time. He don't understand it yet, nor does he care yet. But when he gets older, I'm gonna make sure he know how the hell he behaved and how he acted up.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. As far as like taking a compliment, and I know most of y'all have probably seen it, no one will reflect a compliment onto somebody else like two black men complimenting each other. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like him agreeing with the dude. Like, hey, man, that's a dope fit. Instead of saying, oh, thank you. Or, hey, you know, right? Nah, I'm just trying to be like you. Mm-hmm. Nah, I'm just trying to be like, man, if I had your hand, I'd cut my, like that type of thing. Uh-huh. Black men are notorious for that. We will refuse to just accept a compliment from somebody without, hey, nah, let me hype you up too. But yeah, that's like you were saying, that's like one of those things. Is a way of trying to remain humble, depending on like that where the compliment's coming from,
right?
And not just accepting like, oh, thank you. Like most times I'll like, if somebody compliments me like an outfit or something like that, I'll be like, oh, thank you, and I'll throw one back wherever I can. And if he just got on flip flops and a tank top, I was like, appreciate it, man. Good looking. But I will, like, somebody actually complimented me yesterday when I was getting stuff for Amar. He complimented something, I think the bag or something. And I threw one back at him. I don't even know. I think it was his shirt or something. I was like, but that's just how I do. But
no, that's how a lot of times women do too. It's deflecting instead of just standing in it. That's why I'm trying to take thank you off the table. If it's something that I feel like is a fact to me, I agree. That's what I'm trying to get to.
You saw it?
Yeah. Especially if I done took a lot of time in my appearance and like I've been meticulous about the shoe, the hair, and somebody says I look good, I agree.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it took 2 hours to do this. This was not just happenstance. Now when it's like, oh, I didn't do much in somebody, I'll be like, oh, thank you, because I thought I looked like a booger wolf out here.
Yeah, well, people do it with like the Mustang. And I've heard people compliment somebody on their car. Like, oh, it's been a long time coming. I usually, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Like, and meaning I appreciate them noticing that, you know, the work I put into this and everything.
And
I just be like, yeah, it is dope, ain't it? Like,
yeah.
But I just be like, no, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. And then, you know, more questions usually come. But
no, yeah, I can understand that.
But yeah, anyway, that's our TikTok clock.
Bam.
Just checking the time. So moving on to this main topic, y'all. Top 3 turn-ons.
Oh yeah.
Says we have plenty of things that we get hot and bothered, both physically and non-physical. So today we're ranking our top 3 turn-ons in these 3 categories: physical, emotional, and spiritual.
Where you want to start of the 3?
You kick this one off with.
But which category you want to start with?
Start it with. See, mine. I'm so 2-dimensional. Let's start with
You're
emotional.
so 2-dimensional.
I'm gonna let you know how. Go ahead. Start with emotional.
What attracts me to you emotionally? Or
what is a turn on of yours emotionally? I guess is what the question is.
A turn on.
What attracts me?
Oh yeah, what's a turn on for me emotionally? Oh, that you do as far as emotions. Emotions. Marcus gets really, when I get goofy, Marcus gets what is the word that I would call it?
So much.
He says he hates it, but he laughs so hard at it.
There's not a man out there that don't understand. Because it's like, I'm laughing, but I really, really want her to stop.
It's so cute, though.
I'll just be like, I wish I could think of something to hurt her feelings just to get her to stop.
He looks so delighted.
I'm not.
Well, your face.
It is absolute torture. Like, I'd be like, I'm
look
laughing.
Look at your face. You look delighted right now.
I'm pissed. I got to laugh to keep from crying.
No, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, emotionally, that turns me on.
Yesterday, I literally had to like grapple and pin her down to the floor. Like,
and
she was somebody out on the street. I had to pin her to the floor. And
it didn't stop me.
She just kept going, yeah, Daddy. I'm like, Angel.
Yeah, because I like it, baby.
If I thought it would be reparable, I would punch her.
Yeah,
I hate it.
He's filled with so much glee. He laughs to the point of tears sometimes.
I hate it. I really do.
I can't tell. That's so weird. You laugh so hard.
The goofiness of it is funny, but I want it to stop.
Yeah, it's goofy, and you love it. I love it. It makes me go. That's the reason why I do it.
I'd be like, I wish I married somebody else.
And I'll be like, do you? Who you want me to be? I can be a blonde bombshell if you want. I've got a wig. Like, look at him. Look at the smile on his face.
So much. No,
I can't tell. I cannot tell. You be cheesing.
All right, I'm gonna stop cheesing next time you do it.
Okay, and if I'm gonna see, the thing is, you won't. You're going to laugh.
This is stupid. I hate it.
It don't seem like it. It does not seem like it at all. So, what gets me turned on is seeing you delighted.
I'm not delighted.
That's what it looked like.
I can tell you when I'm delighted.
No, you be looking delighted.
No.
Yeah. See a big old smile on your face that you can't help. You try your best to get rid of it, but it just comes right out.
Me out.
It be coming right out. That's not what he looked like.
That's what I'm gonna start looking like.
Show him what you be looking like when I do it though.
This is what I be in my mind like.
But show him what you be like in person. Mm-mm. When I'm like, hey babe, how you wanna go somewhere? You wanna?
This is why. See, it's type of stupid.
That's
shit.
what he looks like.
This is why. Men just up and leave and don't say nothing, and the woman can't figure it out. This is like he went to fill the trunk up with gas, and I ain't seen him in 9 years.
I'll be like, oh, is this hide and seek? I'll go find you.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I can't.
Anyway,
what's your emotional one? You need to think on it.
Go ahead and do the next day.
Why you look at me like that? Oh, another thing that turns me on is when Marcus says, what?
Plates.
Yes, our next sponsor is EveryPlate, and y'all know how much we love them. We even already gave them a cute little name of endurement, like a little bunny name, Plates. EveryPlate is America's #1 affordable meal kit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you're able to get all the things you need to feed you and your family for about $1.49 per meal. Where are you getting that at? Home cooked meal for $1.49 per meal, only at EveryPlate. EveryPlate is 25% cheaper than going to the grocery store. So this is not one of those expensive meal kits where you feel like, well, God dang, am I eating at a 5-star restaurant with these prices? EveryPlate is putting more time and more money in your pocket. And as y'all know, food prices at the grocery store is going up. But you can count on EveryPlate for a great value week after week. You have so many different options. You can choose from classic plate, veggie plate, family plate, and easy plate. And you do not have to commit to one. You can change it up every single week. And guess what? It comes right to your door. Everything pre-measured. All you have to do is follow the simple recipe cards that I love to do with my children. And what I do know is, as we're deep into the second half of the year, we are all thinking about how expensive gas is right now, how everything is going up in price. EveryPlate is where you can save money and know that you can eat right, feed yourself right without breaking your bank. So this is what I want you to do. You need to get your first box for just $1.49 per meal by going to everyplate.com and entering code ARGUE149.
ARGUE149.
Get started with EveryPlate for $1.49 per meal on your first box by going to everyplate.com and entering code ARGUE149.
ARGUE149.
One more time, I'm going to tell you, get started with EveryPlate for just $1.49 per meal on your first box by going to everyplate.com and entering code ARGUE149.
ARGUE149.
That's up to $110 value. Again, that's EveryPlate, America's most affordable meal kit.
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm going to call it. Shoot. Because it's
Ain't nobody
amazing.
lying. You ain't lied about nothing.
Amen and amen. All right.
So my emotional turn on is when you show like a high level of like physical confidence in yourself. Like when you put something on, and like especially when you get the compliment and it's just like, yeah, like you say thank you, but it's a thank you of like, I know.
So you like my air of confidence when I'm in an emotional place of like,
yeah,
I'm that I'm that chick.
Yes, absolutely. Your walk is different. All of that. That's what I like.
And that,
I'm like, yeah.
I would say you are not lying about that, Mark. There is something. I did say endearment instead of endearment.
You said what?
In the ad, I said endearment instead of endearment. We over here making up words all through this ad.
Oh, yeah.
I will say Marcus is very much so attracted to a confident version of me. Mm-hmm. Confidence is his jam. Mm-hmm. His aphrodisiac. What's the next one?
So that's emotional. So let's do spiritual.
So on the same token of what you said, but when it concerns spirituality, Marcus will hit these spats of where his confidence in how God will lead him is very much so like, so this is what I'll say. Marcus grew up as a United Methodist member of a church. I grew up originally Baptist, and then we ended up in more charismatic Pentecostal church. So talking about speaking in tongues, we're talking about really believing that God would speak directly to us. No pastor, no preacher needed. God could say words to us very clearly, lead us and guide us. So you got two people who get together that have two very different experiences growing up in the church. where I've experienced how he's grown up with some of the way that I grew up in the traditional Baptist church, where he had not really experienced a lot of the way I had grown up in his, like, prior to meeting me. So in that, you can see how it could be like a thing of, okay, I'm checking in on him to see, like, okay, is what we're experiencing right now in the church that we're going to, is it making sense to you? Is it vibing with you? So when he is, like, clear on what, in, like, stating to me, he's very clear on what God is telling him about our family. He's very clear on what God is telling him to do as far as his career or just whatever steps in life. He's very clear on the next place that God is about to take our family. It feels very, very good. It's a huge turn on because it feels it's that leadership position that, you know, they speak of in the church, that the husband is supposed to, I'm going to put it in quotes, to have in the household. And it's nice to feel like, all right, he's got this. Great. He hears from God very clearly. So I don't have to be like the person trying to move his antenna to be like, hey, do you hear him over here? Is he over here? He's got his antennas tuned in. He's listening. That is a huge turn on. It makes me feel safe. And safety is always a big turn on for me. Yeah. Yeah. Yourself?
When we were going to church, like, regularly, like a physical building, watching you walk into the sanctuary in them skirts and heels.
Well, that is not spiritual. Wait a minute.
I told you going to see where my mind's going.
Wait.
As far as these turn-ons. I said, you'll see. We'll get to it. Did I not? We need to take it back.
No. That is not it.
That ain't it?
No.
Hey.
Think harder. No, that don't get that. It don't get that. It does not get the hand wiggle.
So, I guess, well, you always at that point spiritually.
Yes.
What turns me on about you spiritually?
I'm going to let you think some more. Like, for instance, I'm going to let you think. I'm going to go back to mine while you get your brain together. For instance, when I would fast with my family, right? And I'm not referring to Marcus as my family. I'm referring to my mom and my sisters every October, 21-day fast, right? I'm talking about going in. We ain't eating. We just drinking stuff, right? And one point in time, Marcus was like, yo, I don't know if that was your first time. Was you fasting with me? Was that your first time fasting for spiritual reasons?
Yeah, in California, yeah, that's the first time I fasted.
So Marcus was like, hey, okay, this whole fasting thing. He was like getting an understanding of it. He was like, okay, I'm gonna fast with you. And he noticed immediately how when he joined into my fast, the things that we were praying on, we began to see like manifest very quickly.
Every time.
He was like,
I see.
I see now. I need to make sure I'm a part of this equation in order for, I'm not going to say God can just do the things without him being a part, but I think he recognized his position.
Yeah.
In being a part of it and what was needed.
It would be like instantly, like I would be looking for a new job. Go on an interview. After the interview, or even before the interview, you know what? I'm going to go fast on this one. I'll be on 3 interviews. That one of them be like, you know what? I'm going to fast pray about that one. Literally like a week and a half later, get the phone call. And it's like, or just while working or anything. It's like, it wasn't even always like career and like raises and like moving and stuff. Even moving, like one of our houses I fasted and it's like, we got it.
Yeah.
And that's the part that's almost kind of scary too. It is. That's scary knowing that you have this, if you want to call it like a being, however you see God, whether it's, you know, he's everywhere within us or an actual, like almost like a physical, mental being or whatever, however you see, you know, a higher power, knowing that something like that can control is in control of everything.
Yeah.
Or can give you or create a path for you that you cannot physically see or touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can be scary. It's like something like that communicating with you. It can be scary. So spiritual.
Come on.
I had it. Hold on. So when you walk up to the altar, now I'm just playing.
I'm about to beat you.
No, so mine would be when I go to you with it, if I like the fasting thing. It's like I knew what it was, but I was getting angels opinion on it and like how it goes and like what do you do in particularly when it's things that I want to have a deeper look into or a deeper insight into. I go to you, even like meditating.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a turn on for me. The fact that you, from years of experience, I can come to you and you can give me like a real hard understanding of what you've gotten out of it and how other people see it. Almost like going to like an advisor. It's like, so what about this? Well, I've never personally done it. You can tell me, but I know people that's, A, B, and C happen. So having that resource, that's always been a turn on because this is like, even with like whenever I tell you I'm fasting, I tell you why. I do notice that you're like, oh, okay. And then, but I got that from having the foundation of you helping me, understand that stuff. So I'd say that's a turn on.
Thank you. I like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the last one is physical.
Ooh, this list could go on. I will say this. Right before we came here, this man, he hadn't put on his shirt yet, but he had on his shoes, his pants, of course, his drawers, and his chain. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Marcus hates his body. I don't hate it. I
just know it could be.
You talk about it like you hate it. He'll be like, ugh, you have terrible taste. I was like, sir, I see you and I want you. Just FY.
And I want you. Like the dude, the prison dude.
Yes.
And I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get you. First of all, I'm a sucker for a chain. Like there's something about, Marcus knows, there's a couple of like drug boy type of apparel that I love. Good chain is one. Sometimes a fitted cap is another. Okay? And sometimes gold teeth. Love it.
I have all those things. Put them all together.
All together. See, because usually it's my the stripper uniform is usually the thing I like, which is basketball shorts in a tank top. Mm-hmm. I didn't have a pants version, but the pants version is a no shirt. Now I know.
And shoes.
In the shoes. Did the whole outfit. Like you about to go outside with no shirt on. And typically I would think that was corny. Like if a dude was just outside just because he, trying to flex and show his abdominals, I'd be like, come on now. But because I don't know. Today I was like
the food with no abdominals.
You got abdominals. You got abs. They there, baby.
No, they ain't. Not right now. Things took a back seat.
I'm telling you, I was like, that's my man right there. You looked cute. You looked great, actually. I wanted to snap. I wish I would have had my phone to snap a photo.
I be snapping photos of Angel all the time. She's like, why don't you got a bunch of pictures of me? Because I be waiting for the opportunity.
Marcus is a pervert.
Yeah.
I mean,
I be fast snapping.
I won't even know until I receive a text from him of me. And I'm like, when did you do that? Why?
You gotta stay ready. You gotta stay ready.
But yeah, no.
Oh, you gotta be faster than that.
You know what it is? My husband is a man. Like he looks fully like a man. Even though there's a part of his face that I look at, even though, Marcus got all these gray hairs. There's sometimes when I look in his face, I still see the young guy that I started talking to when he was like 22. I still see that in his eyes, which is crazy to me. Sometimes I look at him and I'm like, oh.
I have a young face.
It's in your eyes.
Been young since I was 8.
It's your eyes. I'm looking in your eyes. The rest of your face, I'm not paying no attention.
You look like Clint Eastwood over there.
But outside of that, my husband is a man. That's something about. man. You're a man. I love it. Man. You're a man. I ain't here to mess with no little boys. I'm a man. And obviously your smell. We've talked about that before. Your smell. A man, a literal grown man, followed my husband from the bathroom to the table where we were eating to be like, what are you wearing? You smell good. And I'm pretty sure this man was straight. I'm pretty sure. That's how he be smelling. That's why I be like, don't be hugging folk. Chill out.
Men either.
Yeah, all of them. Let them alone.
Not from now on, you bow with Kev. When you come up to
Right. He be smelling good. So yeah, those are a bunch of my like physical turn-ons. I don't think anybody needs to hear your list at all. Hey, let me just say that. Let me just say that. So before you get this video or this episode demonetized, let me tell you all about our last sponsor. And we've talked about them so many times before. You all know that I love them, and that is Best Fiends. Best Fiends is just, it's so satisfying. It's just, Best Fiends is when you're just really looking for a way to indulge in relaxing, indulge in just the you time. It just satisfies that need and more, okay? Because enough is never enough. You could always use more of that, right? More me time, more fun. Also, happiness doesn't always come from within. I know we always like, if you want to find happiness, you need it from within. No, sometimes outside forces help determine how happy you are. External accomplishments, like taking a part of a playful competition can bring happiness. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? So inner peace is great and all, but you know what's better? Making it to a level 1,000 on Best Fiends. That's what true satisfaction feels like. Y'all know I love to play Best Fiends. I've been traveling a lot lately. Thank God I've been booking a lot of work. It has unfortunately been out of town, so I'm not near my family. And so on my downtime where I would usually be kicking it with my husband or playing with one of my kids, playing with the family, I get to play some Best Fiends. And I am crushing these levels. I absolutely love making my little, I don't even know what to call them, my little people. I like to transform them as I get more and more points and coins and things and whatnot, and kill all these slugs, right? So once you download Best Fiends, you can play anytime, even without internet connection, which is great if you're stuck without Wi-Fi. Collect tons of fiends and get, that's what they're called. They're called fiends. I was like little bugs. Collect tons of fiends that get powered up as you play more levels. Every win brings new challenges, thousands of puzzles to play. New in-game events are added all the time. I do believe they had one recently. Well, I remember doing the Valentine's Day one. They always have, like, especially when there's like special holidays, they always have something cute. They had something around the holiday, like the winter holidays as well. Those events are always super cute with thousands of levels. There's more to play. So go ahead and let enough is never enough be your mantra. Okay. Download Best Fiends for free from the App Store and Google Play, plus earn even more with $5 worth of in-game rewards when you reach level 5. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends. All right.
Got people in the chat talking about I'm hooked on it.
It is a great like downtime. Just get yourself lost in it. I definitely enjoy it.
All right.
Oh, Jesus.
So we'll start at the hair. Whether it's the fro or the braids going down the back, hey, always enjoying it.
Always enjoying
Especially these braids right now that go down and they ever so slightly touch the top of the cheeks. Speaking of the next level. The booty, the cheeks.
That's what I'm
these jeans right here? Oh, these right here? These jeans and these cheeks together? Hey.
That's what I'm usually getting pictures of is my cheeks, my butt cheeks.
Let me show y'all the latest one.
Don't you dare.
It ain't like you ain't been out in public like that. I was doing laundry in public with lingerie on.
What? Oh, no, it was my pajamas. That's the if you follow me on TikTok. When I said I went down to the bar and I had on a matching set. It was not. I made sure my entire booty cheeks were covered.
You don't have a pair of shorts that cover your entire booty.
Yes,
cheeks.
I do.
Especially something that you would sleep in.
They cover my cheeks.
You are a line and a half. Ain't no way.
They do. I'll show you when we get home.
We're going to see. So, yes, the cheeks. Oh, the beautiful booty. Next, the thighs. Thighs, legs, all that ass. Yes. Something form-fitting or something just loose enough to where it drapes. I'm trying to tell you.
Did you try?
Oh, yes. Should I keep going?
I think you're good.
You sure? Of course, like her eyes are smiling and all that, whatever. But
I smile. Yeah. She could actually have no face.
I've always liked Angel's eyes, though. It was, it was always my main.
Thank you.
Yeah. But them legs and that ass.
Then somebody said legs and hips and body.
Hips.
Yaddy.
I mean,
I ain't got no
you didn't
hips.
get in that line. You stayed in the ass and thighs line.
Yes, I don't have no hips.
She didn't see. It was around the corner. She forgot to go over there.
I ain't got not nary hip.
Don't need it.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. This picture I took, y'all, I'm trying to tell you,
No.
it's going to be a tattoo. It's going to be, how your arms bent. It's going to be, I don't know which arm it's going to be on, but there's going to be
the
crack, and it's going to look like legs going down. So whenever I'm sitting like that, they're going to be able to see what it is. She was doing a puzzle with the kids at the table, and I was over on the couch, and she stood up to these little shorts. Then she got shorts that are outside shorts that don't even cover her booty. So I know these bedtime ones ain't. Anyway, they had risen up and she was sitting down, so she's been over at the table, and them shorts was so high up on her butt.
Didn't know.
Well, number thighs and cheeks out facing me.
I was
said,
like,
snap. Oh, what's it called? Rapid shot.
I went and I picked up my phone and saw I had a text message. I was like, why is my butt cheeks in this text message?
Yeah.
Never. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well,
So those are the three.
Just know I'm attracted to you. I'm turned on by you, sir.
Attracted to you too. So last but not least, y'all moving on to the next segment. Audience question. So you got one?
I do have an audience question from Amber Barksdale. She told us to excuse her smoke detector in the
Girl, put that 9-volt battery in there.
What is one thing on your bucket list, one fun thing that you would like to accomplish before you turn the age of 50?
Well, the one thing I can't do because I'm too tall. I need to talk to Jay. What's his name? Jay Ellis? Because he was in Top Gun and he's my height. And I know good and well they took him up in that goddamn F-16.
You think they took him up?
Probably. To be in the movie. He definitely got in that F-16.
Why? Why would that even be necessary?
Because you got to become the character.
Okay.
At least get me a flight suit.
You want a flight suit? So
and I want the oxygen thing so I can walk. I want to get on the runway and walk down. That's gonna be a photo. I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
But no. So my biggest thing was I wanted to fly in a fighter jet. I want to be a passenger. I not like learn how to fly one. I always want to do that, but found out I'm too tall. It's like a 6'1" limit. I would have to. I want to drive a race car.
You want to
Like
drive a race?
Either like Formula One or even a NASCAR. Formula One, that seemed a little too intense.
Mm-hmm.
That's, the open wheel and all that. Them things, you basically a pilot in one of them. I don't need that.
Uh-huh.
Or just get in a fast car on a fast car on a NASCAR track. Something in that genre.
So all things that could take you from me.
No. Ain't nobody else gonna be out there.
People will.
All right, just get me on a runway then.
Okay.
In something fast. Open runway, ain't nothing out there to hit but oxygen.
I want to go to Australia, or just over away.
on the other hemisphere.
Yeah, I would love to go to the other hemisphere. I would love to go over the pond. Africa, just over.
Yeah.
In a way. I've never done it. Would love to do that. That's definitely on my bucket list. I'm trying to think of something else that would be super duper fun. I would say, see, I've already done it, but I want to do another one. I did a music video. I want to do
a music video.
You do?
I told you. The one that I thought of that you said y'all already kind of did, but mine would be grimier.
I don't know. The one that I did with Colette and them was grimy. The one that I did with the Mom's View.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was grimy. It was.
It was a dope video.
Making it rain diapers.
Nah.
That was an idea you had yesterday. I wouldn't think that was
idea.
I wouldn't think that it was a bucket list. My bad. Oh, and kick it with Beyonce, like for real. That would be on my bucket list. Just to kick it, even if it was only once. Just to see.
For some reason, I imagine like people with like an orchestra just sitting there playing like chords the whole time. It's like,
Why?
So what's like if you try to ask her a question and she can't hear you because the orchestra's playing. The fan is always blowing her hair. It's like, girl, do you sleep like this too?
But I do. I want to see like I would love to see what the non-performer is like. I think that would be
both of them
fun.
seem like they'd be like cool people to hang with. Like just on, not even like on a fan thing, but just like in the room with like 3 or 4 other people, maybe 5 or 6, just chatting and talking.
Mm-hmm.
They both seem like they'd be like cool people.
Yeah. That and okay, last but not least, and this is not really, this is gonna happen this year or top of next year. I want to take my kids to like a really fun resort, like something that blows their mind.
Yeah,
the way that camping, I feel like just blew their mind. If y'all haven't watched the camping special, you are missing out on just Black Boy Joy turned all the way up to 1 million. It's the best. I'm talking about.
they had a good time.
From Amar all the way up to Little Marcus. These boys were high off of happiness, and it was great. I want to do something else like that.
Hurt, playing in the dirt, outside, just.
They had a great time. I love it. Yeah. Those are our answers, Amber. We're going to send you a 9-volt battery so that you are not dealing with that.
Out and put another one in. I was trying to think. It's a few. I didn't know you were going to like things that we could possibly do this year easily.
Oh, I mean, I'm already 42, so I only got 7 more years before I'm in my 50s. So
yeah,
it's got to be stuff I got to do soon. We forgot to, at the end of TikTok o'clock, shout out our Instagram. I mean, our TikTok handles.
Y'all know for the most part.
Y'all know I'm That Chick Angel TV on TikTok.
Yeah, and I'm Tank Don't Talk. I don't be talking that much.
No, he don't. He be forgetting to put up all of his talks.
Every time.
I'll be like, what are you doing?
So, what are you all's turn-ons? Physical? Was it spiritual? And mental? Let us know down below.
Emotional.
Spiritual, emotional, and spiritual. Let us know down below. We
you
thank
said
y'all for
spiritual, emotional, and spiritual.
Spiritual, emotional, and physical.
There you go, baby.
Let us know down below. Baby, go on and let them know where they can find you.
You can find me at That Chick Angel across almost every single platform except for Twitter, which it doesn't matter. I don't be over there like that, but that's Angel the Actress. And then on TikTok and YouTube, just add TV to it. That Chick Angel TV. Check out our new content and enjoy.
Absolutely. Y'all can find me on Instagram, Marcus A on the gram, Facebook, Marcus A on the book. Again, TikTok, Tank Don't Be Talking. It's called Tank Don't Talk, but I don't be talking. And we also want to thank our sponsors.
They are Haya, EveryPlate,
Plates.
and Best Fiends.
See, I almost said Fiends.
And Best Fiends, make sure you use whatever not QR code, but URL that we gave you or discount code so they know that we sent you.
Absolutely. And thank y'all for tuning in. We want to thank Patreon. And thank you for tuning in. Hope you come back next week. You have a good one, fam.
Bye.